Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Saving Cent by Cent. Today we are going to talk about how to give holiday gifts without spending too much money. So trying to find the perfect Christmas presents for your loved ones for the holidays without spending a lot of money and going into debt for the holidays, it can be difficult. And I know that you want to give gifts that are nice, that are thoughtful. You don't want to look like you're skimping on gifts, and this really makes it easy to get into the spending cycle of spending money during the holidays. But doing so can really start to add up financially and take a toll on your budget. Today I'm going to share with you 6 tips on how to give holiday gifts without spending too much money. So tip number 1, set limits and set a budget. So before you start shopping, figure out how much money total that you're going to spend on Christmas and spend on the gifts. It's important to set limits and set a budget on your holiday spending and determine what is it that you can afford to do for Christmas. When you spend money on your children's Christmas gifts, set a dollar amount per each child or limit the number of gifts that you're going to give them. Make sure to set a budget that's realistic. Don't just come up with some random number. Maybe figure out what you spent on Christmas last year, and that will help you determine how much money to budget for this year's Christmas. It's great to give nice Christmas gifts, but if you find that if there's gifts or presents that are just not in your budget, then look for something else. Try to find a different gift. Maybe you could go together in on a gift with a family member if you're giving gifts to other family members. So for our family, we've decided that for my mother, that we'll go in together to buy my mother a Christmas gift. And that way we can get something a little bit nicer with all of us pitching in, and it won't take such a toll on the budget. Of course, we want to give, we want to share with others. So we're able to do something nice for my mom because we collaborated together and we were able to then still stay within budget. So tip number 2, make a list and don't feel like you have to give gifts to everyone. So as you make your list of gifts that you want to give to people, limit the amount of people that you are going to give gifts to. I know it's hard. You want to be able to give gifts to everyone, but you've got to set a limit on how much or how many people you'll give gifts to. So first, prioritize your list by writing down all the names you're going to give of people you're going to give gifts to. Include your children there first and significant other, and then start to write out other family members, friends, etc. Then, continue to write down on your list those who you'd like to give something to if you do have enough within your budget. Now, next to each person's name, write down the dollar amount that you're going to spend on that person by dividing up your predetermined budget, your overall budget, to all the people on your list. So once you have determined the dollar amount, then you can start to look for items to purchase for them. If you find a gift on sale and it doesn't cost too much or it's within the budget, then go ahead and purchase it. If the gift happens to be a little bit less than what you'd budgeted for that person, then you can take that money and either spend it on someone else or do something else with that money. Now with family, it can be hard not to get something for everyone, including siblings, nieces, nephews, grandparents. The list can grow because you want to be able to give to everyone. But financially that can be a strain. So in my family and my husband's family, we have 6 siblings and then there's 6 spouses, and there's 26 nieces and nephews. And buying something for everyone would be a huge expense. We'd love to do that, but we just can't do that. So for years now on my side of the family, what we've decided is that we will purchase a gift for one sibling, and we just kind of rotate it around, so we were buying a gift for a different sibling every single year. But we've actually decided this year to not even do gifts, and we're going to do Christmas cards and send those to our siblings to let them know how how we're doing this Christmas or what we've been up to this year. For my husband's side of the family, some years we've exchanged elephant gifts, and other times we've done fun and inexpensive activities for the kids. The point is that we simplify and we communicate that we're keeping it simple and that we don't expect expensive gifts from each other. If you have groups of friends or coworkers, then think about giving like homemade gifts, goodies or a holiday card to them. You could also suggest to friends and coworkers to do maybe like a Secret Santa or White Elephant exchange instead. And this will help on the Christmas budget if you're only purchasing a gift for like one person in the group rather than the entire group. So tip number 3, look for the deals. The holiday sales have already begun. So start looking for sales on the items that you've put onto your list. Since there will be sales popping up regularly, don't be tempted to purchase something just because it's on sale, even if it's a really good deal. If it's not on your list, just don't buy it. Also, some things say they're on sale, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a really good deal. So you have to watch for that. Make sure to compare the items that you're purchasing with a few different other stores to make sure that you're actually getting a deal on that item. Some of the things that I do when I'm holiday shopping, if I'm holiday shopping online, I use Price Blink. And there's a product I'm searching for, it will notify me if there's a less expensive option out there. Also, when I'm online, I use cashback sites such as Rakuten and Top Cashback, and those help me save a little bit more money online while I'm shopping. Tip number 4, give creative and thoughtful gifts. Think of less expensive ways and creative ways that you can give Christmas presents to people. You can give thoughtful gifts that don't cost a lot of money. These things could be like homemade gifts, bread, holiday desserts, or like do-it-yourself beauty products such as sugar scrubs or lotions or lip balm, things like that. So our family, we like to give gifts to our friends and neighbors every year, so we look for creative ideas that are cute but aren't too expensive. So some of the things that we've done in the past are hand warmers, do-it-yourself little hand warmers. They're just small little ones and they're so cute, and that was a big hit with some of my nieces one year. We've done dish towels, holiday dish towels with the saying, we want to get you something big this year, so here's a washer and a dryer. We've given little flashlights out that say, may your Christmas be merry and bright. We've done dish soap where we say, we wash you a Merry Christmas. We've done homemade games like Farkle or pegboard games, candy sleighs. We've given wrapping paper, purchased just from like the dollar store that says wrap yourself in holiday spirit. We've done homemade bottled apple pie filling with a store purchased a pastry pie crust. We've done homemade bottles of salsa with some bags of tortilla chips. So those are just some ideas of just simple but cute things and thoughtful things that you can do for others. If you like any of my ideas, let me know and I'll send you the links with all the details. Tip number 5, focus on spending time with people, not the money. Remember that you don't have to spend money to give a Christmas gift. Some of the best gifts are when you don't spend any money, instead give of your time. Time is one of the best presents you can give your family and what they'll remember most about the holidays. They're not going to remember the most expensive Christmas gifts that you gave them every year. They're not going to remember you run around trying to grab all those Christmas gifts. It's going to be the memories that you spend with them that they're going to remember forever. If you do decide to spend more time with family and friends during the holidays rather than spend money on gifts, let them know in advance that you want to do something with them rather than give gifts, so that they understand. It's okay to let them know that financially you just won't be able to spend a whole lot during the holidays this year, but you want to spend time with them. And your real family and friends love you for who you are and not the gifts that you give them. Tip number 6, the last tip. Plan ahead and try to pay cash for the holidays and for Christmas. One way that will help you a lot during the holidays is to just plan ahead and put cash aside for the holiday purchases. Now, I know that this can be a challenge, especially this year. The holidays are just weeks away. But try to do your best to plan ahead and to see if you can set aside some little money. I just did a video on ways to save money now for Christmas. I can send you that link. But this can help you to start to think about and plan for next year's Christmas. So at the beginning of every year, my husband and I, we decide how much money we're going to spend on Christmas. And then every month we set aside money from our paycheck, we put it into a cash envelope. And we just take, we divide how much money total we want to have for Christmas, divide that by 12. So every month we're putting in that much money into the Christmas envelope. And then by doing this, then we have enough money saved every year for Christmas, and we're able to pay cash for Christmas. And it's so nice, and it's less burdensome just to be able to pay cash and not go into debt and have credit card debt that you have to pay off in January. Also, by having this cash, then we don't overspend, and we know that when the cash is gone, then we're done with our holiday shopping. It's easy to get caught up in the Christmas spirit and want to spend money, but there's so many things that you can do during the holidays that require little or no money. And when it comes to saving around the holidays, try to make the holidays memorable and just be creative with the ways that you give gifts. Also, by having a budget and plan, you'll be able to stay focused to where those dollars are going to be spent. And you won't have that stress about your finances come January. So I hope that these tips were helpful. Please let me know that if you have any tips on how to do holiday spending on Christmas gifts without spending too much money. And please feel free to share this with others. And thanks for watching. See ya.